In addition to that, I want to get over into a raid that happened over in Colorado. It should have happened a long time ago, but we've ran into a lot of opposition from mayors and governors that are of blue cities and blue states that are opposing the Trump administration, but the DEA, the FBI, and so on and so forth, ICE, is going to find out what is happening inside of these cities anyway. This is a raid that netted over 100 illegal migrants and military personnel that was playing security at these underground nightclubs. Check it out.
All right, let's shift gears right now and take you out to another major story we're following out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, as more than 100 people have been detained after this at a nightclub there in southern Colorado. I'd want to put this up from the DEA in the Rocky Mountain region. As you can see this saying more than 200 people were inside the Colorado Springs underground nightclub when the DEA and local federal partners made entry around 3:45 local time. Drugs and weapons were seized, and more than 100 illegal aliens are now in custody facing potential deportation. So we are following this very closely here on Live Now from Fox about these arrests being made, this DEA in Colorado, as we have more video of it on Live Now from Fox. I want to give you more information as federal authorities announced that more than 100 illegal immigrants were detained in a massive raid in an underground nightclub. The Drug Enforcement Administration led a multi-agency operation early Sunday morning, arrested 114 illegal immigrants at the venue that contained more than 200 people. Authorities uncovered drugs, including pink cocaine, as well as evidence of prostitution and multiple firearms during the operation. Of course, we are following it on social media. They said those facts, that they have taken more than 100 illegal aliens into custody, drugs and weapons.
Where did they think that they was going? Hey, where did they think that they was going when they start scattering about and starting trying to get out of there in the middle of the cars? So they're illegal. They are partying. They have drugs. They have guns. They have prostitution. They got women of the night, lady night walkers. You have all of these people that are feeling comfortable in these sanctuary cities and sanctuary states, partying and throwing it back for a real one. These people can't be the best and the brightest in the world. No way. Impossible that these people are the best and the brightest in the world. You cannot convince me that these people are the smartest people that we have on the face of the earth, that we need to be letting inside of the United States of America to do the work. You can't convince me. So you got the Trump administration, who is openly announced, listen, we are coming for you. If you do not self-deport, you cannot come back over here. If you are a person that has committed a crime, you will definitely be rounded up because you are going to be some of the first to go and you're going to be at the top of the priority list. You should not and you cannot be doing things inside of these illegal places. We're targeting sanctuary cities and states the most. We are coming for you. We have recruited Tom Homan. We have recruited and we got our ranks back up. We got ICE officials. We got DEA. We got the IRS helping us to track people down. We got all of this stuff happening. And you still going to hang out with a whole bunch of other illegals in an underground nightclub. I know some people who may or may not be confused about what the true criteria was for the PPP loans, right? And I remember when the PPP loan list came out and you were able to search to find out who was on the PPP loan list. Now, most of the people that were a little bit confused and wasn't sure if they should have took out as much as they took out or even if they should have applied in the first place, they land low. Once Biden made the announcement and he said, listen, guys, we're going to extend the ability for us to be able to fine, prosecute, and send you to jail as well as make you pay restitution for the money that you took. We're going to extend it to 10 years. Boy, I seen them acting just like them cartoon characters. They mouth was shivering, their teeth was chattering. they started getting out of Dodge. At first, they thought it was free money. Lamborghini dealerships was booming. Cadillac popping. So many Escalades. They wasn't just getting the Escalades. They was getting the Escalade Vs. Shoes popping. They was overpaying for everything. Charms, watches, bust downs. I ain't never seen so many people have so much money in my entire life. It wasn't even tax season. I said, where's all of this money coming from? How was everybody balling at the same time? Was there an influx of jobs? Did everybody hit the lottery? Who here? Who is here? I went to the casino in Vegas, and I said, okay, so everybody still got it popping. I came back home. I went to the casino here. They had up the little things, the little dividers back then. They put the little dividers back then. It was like 1,000 little T Grizzlies in Detroit. Everybody had money. Everybody was making it rain. Everybody was making it shake. I said, I thought it was a pandemic. I thought your mama was in the hospital on a respirator, a ventilator, respirator. I thought everybody was confused. It was so many little T Grizzlies running around. And when I say T Grizzlies, I'm talking about people that look just like him, that seemed like they had just as much money with them. It was out there making it rain, making it shake. I said, what is happening out here? Nowadays, ain't nobody. Everybody is sitting there like the same little dudes, the same people that I thought was balling. They just like this. It was crazy out here, dog. Hey, you seen something? They laying low. They not out here making a shake for a real one like these illegal. These migrants right here, this is a different type of migrant. These migrants are different. They have no problem, zero problem whatsoever. Zero problem whatsoever. Being visible, making a shake for a real one, and getting it popping.
Also seized there at this operation. Attorney General Pam Bondi applauded the operation, which included 300 officials across multiple agencies, including the FBI, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm, ATF. She said on social media this morning, the DEA apprehended those 100 illegal aliens at an underground nightclub frequented by TDA, Tren de Aragua, and MS-13 terrorist. Cocaine, meth, pink cocaine seized. 2 people were also arrested on existing warrants. She complimented the operation, the multi-agency operation, talking about this. So we're following that very closely. Over 100 migrants detained overnight in Colorado and Colorado Springs at this nightclub raid.
So that was yesterday. Pam Bondi had an opportunity to give us more details and speak on this extensively. And so I want to take you over there where she was standing outside of the White House, giving more insight. Pam Bondi is everywhere. She is very much visible. I don't even know what the last director was doing or what they had going on, but Pam Bondi is certainly making herself available to the general public and speaking on these issues that we're addressing.
Meanwhile, I'm here at the White House as President Trump is going to mark 100 days in office tomorrow. Today, he is highlighting his border agenda. Attorney General Pam Bondi is here now, and she has everything to do with the video you just saw in Colorado Springs. Ms. Attorney
Hey,
General, thanks so much for seeing
the posters up there on the back. Imagine you one of the people that got raided on, and you look up and you're looking at the news this morning from your cell, and you can see it from your pod, and you're looking at the TV, and you're about to head over to El Salvador, and you see your picture on the White House lawn.
First time seeing you since you got the job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us what you were thinking about when we were watching that video seconds ago.
America is safer tonight thanks to Donald Trump. Last night.
Wait. Miguel, you said she fine to you. Who fine to you? You talking about Pam? Pam is fine to you? I'm not saying that nothing is wrong with Pam. I'm just saying, like, it's Pam Bondi. Y'all just be doing anything, don't y'all? You said Pam, she fine to you? Pam is fine? She just looked like a regular white girl to me. She looked like a normal white girl. Pam Bondi is bad to you? All right, we gonna have to rediscover what bad looked like. Let me get back over to Pam Bondi talking about the migrants. Good God.
Brian, what they did, so to back up, during the Biden administration, they received 170 911 calls to that club alone. That club we were just watching, 170 calls. Wouldn't you think that would have been a red flag?
Wouldn't.
Nothing happened.
I'm not saying that Pam is not decent looking for her age, but I don't look. The first thing that I see when I see Pam Bondi, I don't be like, oh, that's a bad one right there. I just be like, Pam Bondi is doing a great job. Good God.
Guns, shootings, ag batteries, nothing happened. So under Donald Trump, DEA, FBI, U.S. Marshals, ATF.
Quinn says, I just don't like white women. Why wouldn't I like white women? I've given white women compliments all the time. I give all women compliments. I think that all women have a level of beauty to them, and all of them, regardless of your race, have great things. Now, I have a preference. My preference are all women. I don't know. I think that my preference is based off of proximity. I grew up around majority black women, so I'll probably, no matter what my situation is, I'll always probably have a preference for black women. That's just kind of my thing. I'm not really ever into anything else, but it doesn't change anything. Like, I don't look at Pam Bondi and be like, oh man, that's a baddie right there. I just don't see it. It's just Pam Bondi.
ICE, everyone went in together. DEA led this investigation, went in, got 115 illegal immigrants,
Right.
Aliens in our country, arrested them, 2 with warrants, 12 guns seized. So what would happen in this club
Y'all
is
smash
you would go
anything.
in, security would give you a menu of drugs, cocaine, there's something new called pink cocaine, meth. You could go in a bathroom stall, get that. There was prostitution.
Wait. Anton, see, y'all always want to derail me. Anton, the DHS, Department of Homeland Secretary. You talking about Christy Nome, who got her purse stolen? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to stop, bro. Y'all got to stop. How old is Christy Nome? Christy Nome is 53. Like, she cool. She cool, man. Y'all just do anything, bro. Like, she cool. She straight. I have no problem with Christy Nome, whatever, but she looks good for 53. Christy Nome is not a person that you look at, you be like, oh my God, I got to get to Christy Nome. No, Christy Nome looks just like my neighbor, bro. Nah, y'all tripping, bro. Y'all on something today. Some of y'all must be really, really backed up. You've been taking my advice, not beating off, and now all of a sudden y'all got. Let me get to this.
Prostitution, all these things going on. And we just now identified a member of Sinaloa cartel was also in there.
So that's interesting because it's not a sanctuary city, right?
No.
Denver is, but Colorado Springs isn't. You look at this for the longest time. What is the downside of raiding that club during the Biden years? Like, what's the negative side of it? Do you prefer illegal drug use and illegal aliens?
And prostitution
Right.
and the violence and the shootings and the guns that was happening in that club, and no one did anything after 170
Right.
911 calls. Yet President Trump
I said
immediately,
they went to
that was
Comic-Con
a really
over the
dangerous
weekend.
operation too, and that's why there were 300 agents all working hand in hand, and that's what Donald Trump has done so well. All of our agencies work so well together. Went in there, got these bad guys out, 115 arrests, 12 guns off the streets, lots of drugs off the streets now, less prostitution as a result of it.
You know, it's so interesting. I know Kellyanne Conway did a great job focusing on fentanyl when it started emerging as the plague that's killed our country and so many young people in the first term. But you guys have really amped it up working with border security in terms of fentanyl, taking it off the streets. Do you have a number there?
Yeah, Brian, when I was state AG, I actually worked with Kellyanne when she was in the White House on this because the fentanyl was just emerging on the market. And yes, now since Donald Trump has been in office, DEA has seized over 21 million fentanyl pills. That's 21 million lives saved, in my opinion, off the
And I agree with you. Shout out to Pam Bondi. Steven Slayer once says, I thought you liked them older, Anton. No, I like age appropriate women. You can't compare to something that I might have done when I'm younger to who I am when I'm 43 years old. Yes, okay, so you talk to an older woman or two or three or four when you were younger as a man, but that don't necessarily mean that every single older woman you see that's 60 years old or older, you be like, oh my God, that's a good one. No, she's just a woman that's doing her job. She's well taken care of for a 53, 60-year-old woman or whatever. They're aging gracefully. That's awesome. But every woman that's aging gracefully does not necessarily mean that you want to bust them down for a real one. Good God. Y'all do got them beer goggles on. See, y'all backed up. Y'all backed up. When you backed up, everything looked good. Until you get that clarity, then you be like, man, what am I doing? Come on, man. Hold on. Hold on. You got to get past the clarity. You got to get past the goggle phase. There is a goggle phase for guys a lot of times. When you've been doing something egregious for so long and then you start to get yourself together, it's almost like you having sugar withdrawal. So now every little piece of fruit, every little piece of candy, everything, oh my God, it just looks so good. I can't believe. No, you just got to get over that sugar high, get over that sugar crashing that you got, and then you're going to start coasting and you're going to be good. Y'all just desperate out here, bro.
streets.
No doubt about it. We also know, too, at the cusp of all the tariffs is getting China to stop sending the precursors to Mexico. If China would actually act responsibly, that would help your job a lot. It wouldn't even get to you, hopefully. Yeah. So let's talk about what's going on with these judges. The sensational video last week of having to arrest a judge, and now we have another judge reportedly in Wisconsin boycotting their courtroom. We're threatening to, unless this judge is released. Tell me about this.
Sure. Well, the judge, her last name is Dugan. She is in Milwaukee, and what she did to set the stage.
Yeah, y'all got to look at the neck. You're right. I've been telling y'all that it's the neck, elbows, hands, ankles, top of her feet. All of that stuff will tell you more realistically what's going on. Because most of the time they don't get Botox on their neck, they don't get it on their hands, they don't get it on their ankles, their elbows. I was in the Kroger, that same Kroger, the other day, and there was a woman that was in there, and I could, she looked like she was a little cute, but then I seen her move, and I seen her neck, and then I seen I could tell she had lost a whole lot of weight because her skin was a little flabby. And you got to pay attention to the details. Dudes will just be slapping up on anything. And I also know that they be selling that stuff on online and on TikTok and stuff. Waist shapers, trainers that give you a little bit of cup on your butt, take in your sides a little bit, the loose skin and all of that stuff. Let them fully get themselves together before y'all start jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, baby, I see you lose weight. She's still trying to figure it out, bro. She's still trying to figure out. She's got to get her skin taken back. She got to do a lot of stuff. Let that woman get herself together before you start hitting on her. Oh, you a baddie now. No, just chill. Just chill for a second, bro.
Stage for that. There was a domestic violence case pending. This defendant was charged with pummeling a man in the face 30 times. That's like an MMA fight. He fell to the ground. He had strangled him. Then he punched a woman with a closed fist so hard in the face that she fell to the ground. Both victims went to the hospital. Domestic violence cases, it's hard enough to get a victim to cooperate. Both victims were sitting in that courtroom wanting justice with a state prosecutor. Court goes on. All of a sudden, the case isn't on the docket. Defendant's nowhere to be found. They found out that the judge learned that ICE was outside because he was an illegal alien from Mexico to arrest him, to deport him. She found that out. She raised her voice with the ICE, told them to go see the chief judge, came back in. While court was going on, she motioned for the defense attorney and the defendant to come up, snuck them out through a private chamber. You can't make this up. In her courtroom, snuck them out a back exit so he could run down the street. ICE ended up chasing him down the street. Someone saw him, chased him, caught him eventually. But, the reason ICE, they make arrests in courtrooms all the time. It's because it's safe. A defendant has gone through security. They don't have a weapon. It's an easy arrest. No one's injured. But because she did this, she jeopardized the lives of law enforcement officers, even the defendant, by doing this. They had to have a chase down the street while victims of a crime were sitting in a courtroom.
Judge in jail?
Yeah, these judges, I did a video last week on these judges that are basically harboring illegal migrants, getting arrested and stuff like that. I think that Pam Bondi and everybody that's a part of the Trump administration is doing a good job. Yeah.